So how to find suppliers. What I did initially for my sporting goods store is I went and Googled Sporting Goods Manufacturers Association. And I found the NSGA, and they had a list of all of the companies that were members of the National Sporting Goods Association. And they were manufacturers of sporting goods related stuff. And the very first one that we found, Charles River Apparel, we put all their products on our site, and we ended up selling, I think, more than $1 million worth of stuff from Charles River Apparel over the lifetime that we've sold their stuff. So if you find a particular industry, like if you're going to do quilting stuff, I would just Google Quilting Manufacturers Association and go look at their member lists, and then you can see tons of people who are perfectly anxious to have another salesperson in the form of your company. Another thing that I'll do is I'll go Google master distributors. That's what a master distributor typically has, thousands of products that they carry in inventory, and they may not advertise that they drop ship. In fact, people that do advertise that they drop ship, I actually don't really, I steer away from those, because what that means is that they've got, if you go and get an account with them, then you've got tens of thousands of competitors who are trying to push down the margins to the point where it's hard to sell to make a profit. But if you have a master distributor, you can actually sometimes train them to work according to your system. In fact, the last one that I had from a medical products company, they were not used to any of the stuff that I did, and I had to basically train them. Hey, I've got an order that's going to Japan. I'm going to send you a DHL label. I just need you to put it on it and give it to the DHL guy when he comes to pick it up. And sometimes you actually have to train these people to work with your system. But when you do find those people that that are not advertising, we're drop shippers, like the Doba stuff. Like, I would never go and encourage someone to sign up with Doba or any of these drop ship list companies, because all they're doing is they're throwing you in the mix with thousands of other people that are doing exactly what you're doing. So instead, I go and I find specific companies that I want to sell their products, set up a relationship with them, and then sometimes I even have to teach them how to work with my system. And a lot of them, though, if you're sending in orders all the time, they're perfectly willing to say, yeah, we'll definitely do that for you. Another one would be, there are certain phrases that people use on their sites if they are trying to expand their dealer networks, and one is become a dealer. I see it quite a bit. They have pages on that. Another one is if they have dealer accounts that allow you to access their website, they'll use the term dealer login as one of their pages. And so I'll Google, so quilting supplies, and I'll put in quotes dealer login, or yacht parts dealer login. And I'll find these companies, I'll go read through what they'll typically have an explanation of what it takes to become a dealer with them, and then I'll read through that and figure out what it takes, and then go set up my dealer account and start selling the products. So I actually, at this point, I have tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of products that I have access to that I have not had a chance to put on a website. So I've kind of gotten ahead of myself in terms of dealer accounts that I have. Don't let this part of the process stump you. So for some reason, for some people it does. But if you go to one dealer and they say you have to have a storefront, it has to be a big box place where you have to have all this proof that you've got a legitimate business, skip past them and go to the next one, because there's always tons more of them. And then again, don't buy a dropship list. It won't do you any good.